Have you guys noticed the recent heat in the African atmosphere? Before some part of the continent have been experiencing this rainy seasons, there used to be some crazy heat at some part of Africa, all right? Have you noticed it? How was it? How did you feel somewhere January to February to some part of March? Man, those times were heat, mostly in the West African part of Africa. Well, I'm here to share with you Africa's hottest countries in Africa 2024. Okay, see this. All right, so African Fact Zone, a page on X that shared African news, came in and says Africa's hottest countries in 2024. Number 1, Burkina Faso. Number 2, Mali. Number 3, Senegal. Number 4, Mauritania. Number 5, Benin. Number 6, Gambia. Number 7, Guinea-Bissau. Number 8, Ghana. Number 9, South Sudan. And then lastly, number 10, Niger. Okay, so these African countries are the hottest country in 2024. Mostly some part of January, February, March, and somewhere April. These countries were experiencing some crazy heat or sunburns, okay? Then these countries have made up the list of Africa's most hottest countries. Hope you have noticed something here. It usually have most of the West African countries in here. Only South Sudan maybe are not in the West Africa, but most of these countries are in West Africa. Wow. They also came in and says, note this, the ranking was measured by mean annual temperature. Okay, so sincerely, I don't need to check about the source to this post, because I'm in West Africa, Ghana to be precise, and man, the kind of heat that I experience or we experience at this part of Africa, no need to check about any source, because it's actually true. Ghana being part of this list makes sense. Man, Ghana was hot somewhere March and April. We couldn't even contain it. Though right now we are in somehow rainy season. There have been some rainings. There have been some cool weather now. We are enjoying the wet weather too. It's cool. But before we had this, man, every Ghanaian can testify to this under the comment section. Ghana was hot. Ghana was hot. You cannot even stay. Even AC was not ACing, bro. Fan was actually blowing heat. You cannot. Ghana was hot, bro. I don't need to check about any criteria or any. Ghana was hot. And now imagine, if Ghana was this hot, imagine Burkina Faso, that's a little part of desert town. Man, imagine Niger. Imagine these hot zones that are close to the Sahara Desert. Bro, it was no joke. No wonder West African countries are topping this. No, the heat was crazy. I hope after this rainy season, we are not going back to that heat. Nah, I hope so, bro. I won't be able to do it again. It was so hot, bah. Shit. But as this was shared, it will shock you that it wasn't only the West African countries that were complaining to this. It seems that the whole African continent experiencing this hot burns and heat, okay? The whole African countries experience it. People are actually talking like, okay, why was my country not on the list? Because we also experienced some crazy heat. See this? All right, so to our first comment, this guy came in and says, wow, that is strange to me. I can see a lot of West African countries on the list compared to North African countries that one would ordinarily expect to dominate a list like this. While man is saying that this is strange to him, he expected to see a lot of North African countries on the list than West African countries, because he thinks that place, normally when you see the pyramid from Egypt and then the Sahara Desert, you see mostly the West African countries like Algeria, Tunisia having the desert. So bro was thinking that they will be actually hotter, but guess what? The West African countries are close to the equator. That means they are at the center of the world. So basically, the sun will head right through them. So no need to know this, bro. Actually, West African countries is normal to experience this kind of heat. Mostly Ghana, Burkina Faso, all those West African countries are just surrounding the equator, okay? They are in the middle of the world. So basically, they will experience the direct sun wave and the heat, all right? So no need to be surprised here. It actually works like that. And actually, the Northern African countries are also close to European countries. They are also close to the Arctic on the globe. So definitely, it will be cooler there, okay? So no need to be strange here. Just a simple research and a simple learn will help you with this, okay? Let's continue with the comment section. All right, this one also came in. Is Kenya a joke to you? Yo, seems like East Africa also experienced this heat. Man is saying that, is Kenya a joke to you? Kenya also experiencing this crazy heat that bro is saying that they needed to be part of the list. Well, man, maybe Kenya will be at number 11 or 12. We don't know. But we are actually talking about the top 10 hottest country in Africa, okay? So I'm surely Kenya will be somewhere. Don't worry about it. Just go down the list. You see Kenya there, okay? No need to compete about this, because the heat we experienced was not cool, bro. Was so much not cool. All right, so this one also came in and says, Ghana is too hot. That is, they all come to live in Nigeria. Well, bro is saying that Ghana is too hot that we actually moved to Nigeria, okay? Well, I don't know, but I'm quite sure that on the internet, somewhere March and February, Nigerians were also complaining about this heat wave, okay? People were complaining on all social media platforms. They were actually talking about this. So I'm not sure only Ghana experienced the hot wave, but as you can see, Ghana, should I say the equator, it passes through some part of Ghana. So Ghana is actually centered close to the center of the world. So Ghana actually experienced a lot of hot burns or heat or sun waves than Nigeria. So purposely or surely, Ghana will be a lot or a bit hotter than Nigeria. There's no news here too, but the Nigerian brother is saying that Ghanaians will actually move to Nigeria because of this hot sun and to enjoy some cool weather there. Well, it won't be bad if Nigeria will be cooler and Ghana will be hotter. I'll move to Nigeria to enjoy some cool breeze. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing here. No need to say this loud, okay? Don't shout it. Don't shout it, bruh. Don't shout it. Okay. So again, this one also came in and says there's a country hotter than Ghana. They must be cooked by now. While a Ghanaian here, man is saying that actually there's a country that is hotter than Ghana, then these guys are hooking up. Well, actually, Ghanaian brother, it was no other country but our closest country on the north of the Ghana border, the Burkina Faso are actually experiencing the hottest in the continent right now. And they're not far from Ghana though, so don't be surprised to see this, okay? Ghana is actually hot. So the heat in Ghana and now Burkina Faso is stopping us. Man, I cannot believe what they are experiencing in Burkina right now. Oh, no, I shouldn't say right now though. But at first, maybe after the rainy season, we'll get back to the dry season again. We know that. We all know, okay? So that's it. Lastly, this one also came in and says, seems like, say, Nigeria know they collect data of things because the heat where we go through for that February to March time is not from here. LOL. Well, this is a Nigerian too. Man is saying that seems like Nigeria don't have any accurate data because if they do, the heat that they experienced from February to March was not here. That is what he says in the pidgin, the Nigerian pidgin. If you don't understand, though, that's what man actually says. Mostly some West African countries understand the Nigerian pidgin. From Cameroon, Ghana, and also some part of Benin and Togo people, you actually understand the pidgin. Some people don't. They think it's a book in English. Well, it is, but it's actually cool if you understand it, though. It's actually cool. Ghanaians have their version, Cameroonians have their version, and the Nigerians also have their version. It's still debatable to whom brought this, but I'm sure Nigerians may be the originator of pidgin. I'm sure. Well, it's still a debate in West Africa here between Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroonians who actually owns the pidgin language. But it's so cool to know and it's fun to speak, okay? Well, man is saying that Nigerians also experience a crazy heat burns or hotness that he thinks that Nigeria lacked data. That is why they were not actually on the list. Well, as I said, it's nothing to be proud of to be part of this list because it was actually hot, okay? Very hot. So this is African hottest countries in 2024 that I'm sharing with you. And let's go back to the list again and see. Okay, so the list says from African Fact Zone, they says Burkina Faso number 1, number 2 Mali, number 3 Senegal, number 4 Mauritania, number 5 Benin, number 6 the Gambia, number 7 Guinea-Bissau, number 8 Ghana, number 9 Sudan, and then number 10 Niger. So these African countries are the hottest country in the continent in 2024. All right, this is it. My name is Rashia Say. I hope you enjoyed it. Come join me and let's have some African time and let's discuss about African news on our platforms, on Facebook, on my Twitter page, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. I'm there. Let's enjoy African news. Mostly subscribe to this channel and let's have more fun about Africa things that you need to know in 2024. See you around.